Welcome back to another episode of Horror Galore. Still in the S's, and this is effectively the Scream edition. So, Scream is a series about a woman, basically every of the four movies, same one, is trying to be murdered by different people. And it's a whodunit, so you don't know who the killer is. It's a different killer every time. And this is the first one, came out in 1996. Now I want to point out, right here we have Drew Barrymore. She's right on the cover, right? She's in the first scene. That's it. And she dies in that scene. So why the hell is she on the cover? How is she starring in a movie when she had one scene? That's a cameo role. The only thing I come up with is the fact that Drew Barrymore, the chick, is part of the Barrymore family, and if you probably don't know that her grandfather is also named Drew Barrymore, and then he had a son who's a Barrymore, and they all act. So, of course she'd be put on there. In Hollywood, the Barrymores are well known. And she's been, at this point, she was an actress for years already. She was a child actress. Another weird thing about this particular cover, I don't know if this is all the covers, is that you have, right here we have Skeet Ulrich. He's got a mustache. He doesn't have a mustache in the movie. No idea why he's got a mustache on the cover. It just doesn't make any sense. But anyway, so now that the cover is covered, let's talk about the movie. So the movie is good. I like it. It's one of my favorites. When it was written, people, the movie studio would give it to directors. The directors would read it, and they would remark on the jokes. A bunch of people who wrote it, who read the script, thought it was a comedy. They thought it was supposed to be making fun of horror movies, and it was a joke. It was a comedy film because they make fun of it. You know, the one girl at the beginning, Drew Barrymore's character, she says, horror movies are all about a big, busted blonde chick running up the stairs when she should go out the front door. And she's in a horror movie. She's blonde hair and has big tits, and she, And then apparently there was an argument between whether or not the two killers should have motives. One saying, "Oh no, they should have motives, and you should tell the motive, because the audience is going to want to know that. They're going to need to know that." Other argument was that if you don't give them motives, it's more scary. Motive or not, it's still not. That doesn't change if the movie's scary. That just tells me their reasoning behind it. So the compromise was that Billy Loomis would be for abandonment. That would be his motivation, parental abandonment. While Stu just jokingly says that he did it for peer pressure. But again, he jokingly says it's peer pressure. That movie ends, and we go to Scream 2, which takes place in college. Same writer, same director. Wes Craven directs all of them, but it's the same writer, and that's important. Now, there's this one issue. I don't think people really remember it, but the script for this thing, for Scream 2, was leaked onto the internet. And that caused a big issue, which was that everyone was going to know how the movie ends. Why am I going to go watch a movie if I know how it ends? If I read the entire script, I visualized it in my head, I've seen it, I don't need to pay for it. Well, director and writer, they have to fix this. They can't let people... So, changed some things, gave the actors and actresses half of the script. And then the final two scenes weren't given to those actors and actresses until the day of the shoot. This way, nobody in that cast, aside from the writer, and I think Wes Craven, were the only people that knew how the movie was going to end. Which is completely why killer in it is supposed to have a partner, as in the first one. And they just sporadically know it was one guy the entire time. and that Billy Loomis's mother winds up showing up at the end, because that wasn't in the original script. They had to throw something new in there, and that it wound up not being two killers. It was two killers, but then one of them went to a frat party and never saw him again. So the other one's doing it, and then when they showed up, he shoots him. So that's how they had to do it. So then that movie is done, and then Scream 3 happens. Now it's a different writer, highly different writer, and the entire premise of the movie was supposed to be that they're filming a movie in the movie, which is what happened. However, they decided to throw things like Jane Silent Bob in it, and then they were, oh hey look, it's Connie Chung or whatever, some like whoever, which I don't know who the hell that even is, and this is for teenagers, an early 20-year-old. I don't know who the hell Connie Chung is. I just know the name, so that reference was a fucking waste of time. It is the worst film in the series. Everyone agrees that that's the worst one. As for everyone, not everybody, because I'm sure there's plenty of people that on the earth that haven't seen this film yet. But everyone I know says that this is the worst of the three. And then when you add in the fourth film, it's still the worst. This also had the same treatment as Scream 2, where they didn't give out the reveal in the script part to the actors and actresses until the very end, because they were very afraid it was going to get ruined again, which makes perfect sense. But they also threw in one of those things where they bump into somebody, oh my god, it's Randy's sister, and then you never see Randy's sister ever again. Then, what was it? Because the first and second are a year apart, then this was 3 years after that, and I think 4 years later, or whatever it was, but in 2011, we get, which is the only one of these that I actually saw in the theater. They didn't know what the hell they were going to do with this script. One idea was that Sydney was going to be dead. They were just going to say that she's dead. And then it was going to go over the Arquettes, that they were going to be the main characters. One idea was that Sydney was going to die in the first film, or she was going to die in the first scene, just like the original movie, and that the Arquette Cox, Dewey that Dewey and Gale would be the main characters with a child, and then a killer would be coming, after them, or possibly after the child. But then none of that happened, and we got this, which is a hell of a lot better. A hell of a lot better. That Dewey is the exact same character in the fourth movie that he is in the first movie. So there's no plot, there's no character development there. Which means if you did a movie around an idiot character, it would become a comedy. That's why Sidney Prescott works. She's a smart character. It is legitimately a cat versus a mouse, not if Dewey was the main character. It would be a cheetah versus a mouse. There's no... It's over. It wouldn't be enjoyable at all. So it's good that the two people, the antagonist and protagonist, were smart enough to go head to head. This film, it turns out to be her relative. There is supposed to be a Scream 5, because the guy, I think the producer, was contracted for Scream 4 and 5. And then the writer has stated that there's supposed to be 4, 5, and 6. That this is supposed to be the second trilogy. Which maybe 5 has none of these people in it, or their guest cameos, and now it's going after the killers in this. People are going after them or something like that. Who knows? But they've been talking about it since 2011 that they were going to do a Scream 5, and currently it's 2019. That's not happening. So we'll just have to wait and see. But something we won't have to wait and see is this film, The Serpent and the Rainbow, which, according to my sister-in-law, is her favorite horror movie. This is one of the many horror films that I bought and then watched for the first time. It was really good. I actually liked it. I don't know if you really can see it, but Wes Craven's name is right in there. So, this really could be the Wes Craven episode. But it's not. I recommend this movie. Absolutely. Hands down, recommend it. You know what? I think I will go to the next one. Session 9. A movie you've most likely never heard of. And there's a little bit of story behind this. So, I have an ex-girlfriend. She likes horror movies, and we watched this with her. Or, actually, I watched it with her. There's no we, you weren't there. So we watched it together. It's like, oh, this is a really good movie. This was, actually good. And I've been in situations where it's like, it resonated with me because I used to do construction work. And then I wound up finding it on eBay, on Amazon, and bought it. Like a year or two, maybe 2 years after we broke up. The whole premise is that there's this old insane asylum that is supposed to be renovated. This guy, the contractor, goes in there to do the renovation, but he has to. He's not doing all the renovation. They got to take the asbestos out. So it's actually an asbestos removal company is in the insane asylum by themselves. They start going a little nuts. But another thing that was in this film is there's really no soundtrack. They let the dead silence keep you on edge, which is good. And then there's a big reveal at the end. And it's I suggest, if you haven't seen Session 9, well, buy it. I don't know if you can rent. I don't know if Hulu or Vudu has it, which is apparently Walmart's version of Hulu. Completely going to end there because I'm going to save Sean for the next one. So, if you liked it, give me a thumbs up. Get a comment. Put that in the comment section as normal. You can also follow me on Twitter and Instagram. If you'd like to support the channel, please, you can do that on Patreon. And the links for all three of those are in the description box. And until next time, thank you for watching. Goodbye.